But he didn't say that that's what he wanted to do in his election.
Oh no. He you could say things in another one thing, but do something completely different in another.
Well, here's the thing. But what happened is that the people voted in because he was going to do international things. That's what the people wanted.
No, we did not.
It is.
We didn't want to do that. We decided to not have Trump in the office anymore. All right, that's what people wanted. People wanted Trump out, and so we decided.
And as a result, you then. Here's the thing. Then why didn't you vote independent?
Independent. I'm still underage. These are like
no. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm talking about you as America. Then why, if you guys continuously think in terms of black and white, red and blue, Republican, Democratic, when there is a third option, which is an independent. But you guys are so stuck in your way that you have to pick a fucking Democrat or fucking Republican, just because that's the way parents.
We either choose to stay with the Constitution or not, and I'm saying to the Constitution, like our rights, right to freedom, religion, right to belief, right to speech, freedom to bear arms.
But America doesn't have the right to religion.
Yes,
you would prosecute an Islamic person. No, you would prosecute an Islamic person more than a Christian person because they're Islamic.
We didn't care.
After 9/11,
after fucking 9/11.
But still, freedom of religion should still stand.
Religion. We honestly don't care. It's just people just discriminate for some reason. Like, I don't care.
Because they believe most people don't believe that anymore. The whole of the American Constitution has gone out the fucking window because no one actually cares.
Like, some people actually do care.
But the issue is that the American Constitution needs to be rewritten. It's a broken system. No, right. The right to bear arms shouldn't exist.
No,
full stop.
It should.
Why?
Because without weapons, we are not allowed to be able to defend ourselves.
Okay,
like,
here's the thing.
Without the guns.
We don't own weapons, and we're fine.
We do. A lot of citizens don't bear arms, but folks don't.
Here's the thing. You wouldn't need
using to defend yourself with.
You wouldn't need weapons if you had a government that you could trust.
Well, here's the thing: we don't. We actively question. Think, okay, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?
Then that is not a government that you should have. You need to have trust, not you have to move things every second they breathe. You should not be questioning your government if they are making sane and rational decisions. If they then stop making sane and rational decisions, then you need to rethink what you have done to your country, who you have in, who you have chosen to lead your country. If this feeling of the system is yours.
Dude, we have this thing called checks and balances. Sometimes it doesn't go unpunished. Like we have like a very corrupt parties, like both corrupted. We have that one natural. And that one's the good part. Like it's up to the people. It's not up to the government. It's to the people. We the people. It doesn't say we the government. No, it's we the people. It's the people.
And so if you're happy to have criminals and people who are corrupt, you have willingly given away your freedoms and your rights.
No, we did not. We will fight for that freedom. We will fight. We will not give up our amendments. All right.
Then you need to stop voting in those people who will, like Trump.
Exactly, and we don't want to we don't want to be in trusting Biden. He's trying to get away, take away our Second Amendment.
No, right? but the reason he's trying to take away your Second Amendment is because he feels that he is a person who can be trusted.
No, you cannot take away. You cannot provide it. It's the same thing as the Great Depression, like with the what was it? With that the age where Americans banned alcohol. All right, when they banned it, what happened?
It started just illegally producing alcohol.
Exactly. And you still do it's the same thing. It's the same concept with guns now. If you take away the guns, there's gonna be like an uprising. Like
no, it won't be because the prohibition wasn't an uprising. It wasn't an uprising. It was just a case of we still want alcohol, so we're gonna do alcohol. Buying weapons illegally is very different from alcohol illegally. his argument is just so broken.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. But genuinely, like, he can't, he can't keep defending everything. If America had a trustworthy government, and this is coming from a British man who's had the Conservative Party lie to them several times.
Yeah.
I can still understand. I can still
Right.
feel some trust within my government.
Wait, where were we again?
Huh?
Where were we?
I was just saying how the fact that you are currently electing criminals and
Once they didn't want to vote in anyway, since they didn't see any of them fit. Since it's either somebody who's a criminal or somebody who's a fucking hypocrite. Which one would you like to elect?
The person's mentioned because at least they're not a hypocrite.
They are. Like,
how is Biden a criminal? Okay. How is he a criminal? Tell me how Biden is a criminal. How is Joe Biden a criminal? What crime has he committed?
War crimes.
So is Trump, so is Obama, so is George W. Bush, so is George...
No, don't put Trump into this.
Fine, so Obama is a huge war crime. Trump is... all presidents have bombed civilians, full stop.
No.
That's the first thing. All of them have bombed civilians. Either on purpose or by accident. Civilians were bombed in
places. Never done anything for that matter. He never bombed.
Afghanistan was bombed several times by the US Army and Air Force under Trump's director, as he is marshal of the US military. When
there's no proof of deserting the proof.
There's no proof that Afghanistan was bombed by the USA. Yes, that fucking is.
Like freaking Obama's time.
And during Trump's.
No.
The Afghanistan war ended in 2020.
Yeah, because of COVID.
But still during that time, Trump was in charge and he authorized so many bombings.
What? No.
No, he did. At the end of the day, he did full
Not 2020. It was the election time.
Right, the Afghanistan war has been raging on since early 2000s. Every single president that's been involved in the war has bombed civilians. There's nothing going on there now. No, the war sparked, 9/11 was sparked. It started the Iraq War, not the Afghanistan war. Made long before then. And the issue that you need to face here, and that you need to every single president and every single prime minister that Britain has participated in a conflict in Afghanistan. Each and every one of them has committed war crime. Has authorized civilian bombing.
Stop.
That's what he tried to say.
He didn't want people to die. He was like,
Trump. No, he doesn't. He's a warmonger. He is allowing Ukraine. He's going to allow Ukraine to be completely destroyed by Russia. He's given the AOK to Putin. He said that anyone who doesn't agree with NATO can be taken over by... Yes, we are. We are currently sending over tanks upon tanks, weapons manufacturing. We are training Ukrainian soldiers literally just down the road from me. We are taking in refugees from Ukraine. We are trying to help as much as we can here in Europe, and we're doing that to God and hardest. And we're about to elect a man who painted himself orange and wants to allow this madman who believes he can restore the Soviet Union just because he, because he's fucking God. And that is what allowed Trump to allow Putin to take over the entirety of Ukraine, because Ukraine is a sovereign nation.
Okay, we don't know that Trump will do that. He
hasn't. He said that anyone who doesn't pay their dues NATO will pay the consequence and will protect his fighter. That, and so that is saying that if none of the people USA or anything like that, they will get, help. When the USA is going to be the protector of freedom and democracy in the world, and yet this man is wanting to completely and utterly obliterate the idea of freedom in Ukraine, because he agrees with what Putin is believing in. That's that's insane to think that you are happy that America is to do that when Biden's trying to do the complete opposite and try and support Ukraine and not have Ukraine being taken over, seeing Putin as the man is just a ruthless evil dictator. There's no better than Hitler or Stalin.
Yeah, well, I guess we're all done with shit. I'm worried the already.
You can't defend a man who wants to allow a dictator to overthrow a country. You can't support a man who is... No, what's supposed to do with anything?
No, we're still in it, so...
No, we're not. The Cold War officially ended in...
You guys aren't. We are.
No, you're not. You're genuinely not. The Cold War...
It never ended.
The Cold War ended in 1991 when the Soviet Union. A second Cold War was then started by USA after 9/11. After peace between 1991 and 2001, a 10-year peace and Pax America. After that, the Americans instigated a war against fear because they didn't like a certain country. It had nothing to do with 9/11, just because one man decided that he didn't want to deal with this country. And that caused
the McCarthy era.
Right, McCarthy has got... What's McCarthy got to do with anything?
I think he was the one that started the second.
No, McCarthy... Right, who do you think McCarthy is?
Fuck. A general, those US generals that was of... Right. Just when I started, like, the fear of communism.
No, that's so McCarthy was a man who was called Red in the 1950s. He encouraged people to accuse their neighbours of communism in fear, and he got people arrested for communism. That had long gone since the 1990s. That happened in the 1950s. McCarthy arrested himself for instigating fear-mongering in the USA. He was then arrested and sentenced to prison for a number of years. It's got nothing to do with George W. Bush and the attack in Iraq. Sorry. Nothing to do with it at all. The general you're thinking of is General MacArthur, who was a big idiot. He was the man who led the majority of the army campaign in the Pacific Theatre during the Second World War, and then threatened to, or was, what, say threatened, he can't threaten, that wanted to nuke China during the Korean War. When fight that Eisenhower, because he was an idiot, and he didn't want to start a nuclear war with anyone. You know, but all of these people, you know, who are trying to do all these type of things, and Biden is the only one who hasn't tried to do that. Biden hasn't been in a war. He's the only president in the past 20 years who has not participated in any war.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that Biden. For us, it's a bit different.
Well, no, how is it different? You've got really the same perspective of Biden here. He's not participated in a war. He's not done anything to it.
Domestic-wise, we are kind of suffering at the current moment.
But you voted that in. That's not Biden's issue. It's your issue.
Like the people Trump and
that's your issue. You can't get any good politicians.
That's why we're like it's either Biden. Yeah, that isn't going so well.
Because you're not giving a chance. You gave him a chance. It wasn't just Luna.
Like in some already dead.
The issue is independent isn't about that.
And also, I think that was the game himself.
Well, independent is a multitude of people. It's just a single party. That means that anyone in that independent can be elected president to get enough votes, not just one of them. If enough of you rally around one person to get it right, then you could get a different president. It wasn't necessarily red or blue.
Well, let's see which independent parties are clearly running for this 24.
No. And, you know, but the issue is that's fine. The issue is that none of them will ever get into power because you're all so stubborn and too afraid of not voting with a bullet because that's what your parents did, your parents did. That's what you lie thinking about A. Lincoln and, you know, Trump.
I'm looking at the ballots. There's no independents running.
At the moment, when you think, why should they run? They know they're just going to be beaten out by Democrats or Republicans. Because,
I'm going to give you the list. Democrats, there's Joe Biden, Dean Phillips, Jason Palmer. For Republicans, there's Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, and Nikki, I can't say his last name, Ramaswamy. Oi. So those are the people that were dealt with, alright?
Your point is?
So which one would you like to pick?
Biden would be the one I'd pick. Because so far he has done, he's done the picture about Trump, and he's a trusted candidate in that sense. Trump did too much to damage the world because America has grown so large as an international power that anything America does will affect the rest of the world. And so you need to remember that it's no longer yourself anymore. America, and by vote of the Americans, has integrated itself into the world. Anything that happens in America will now affect the rest of the world. As the world being an economy, if suddenly you try to back out of everything, the rest of the world will collapse and take a world to recover.
Yeah, well, guess what? Let's see, since the election season already.
Well, it's actually here, they can't win an election at the moment in the UK. We currently don't have a prime minister, technically.
Oof, it's rough.
Because when elections happen in the UK, Parliament closes.
Okay, I got one person here that is probably going to be dead in, like, soon. You know who that person is?
Who?
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
He's in his 70s, isn't he? He's in his 70s, isn't he?
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.?
Yes.
Hold on.
If not 60s.
No, to be honest, I thought all Kennedys are dead.
Ooh. That's not because Robert F. Kennedy is Kennedy's would be Kennedy's grandnephew.
Didn't his brother also got assassinated too?
Yes, but his brother children.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Just because someone dies doesn't mean they suddenly, or their family suddenly then die. Like,
I know, could happen.
yeah, so Robert F. Kennedy is currently
And he's currently, when I'm seeing the natural poll, he's at
Robert Kennedy Jr. He's 70, so he's only a few years younger than Trump.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him, he's got 9.3. And that's current, but
78. Biden, I think, 70, 79.
no, from one thing for who's ahead in national polls.
61.
Trump is at 4.1.
I'm talking about age. I'm about age. Trump is, Trump himself is 70, Biden's 81.
He's coming close.
Here's one of the big issues with the American politicians. Is they're all too old. They're all at death's door.
Yeah. It just depends on which one is going to develop any health issues.
If you had some younger candidates, if you had people who weren't as conservative, then you might be okay.
But, well, we're kind of screwed on that department.
America's just too conservative. You don't believe as much as you probably do in freedom. America is one of the most controlled and censored countries in the world.
Yeah, I haven't actually started censorship.
No censorship.
Biden did.
No, Trump completely censored a lot of things. Obama, so did Bush. They all censored different things. But the reason why it looks like Biden has censored so much is because he just added on something Trump has put in place. And a bit less of censorship Trump put in place. Because the US government is so scared of using out things that they have to have back. Otherwise they're all going to get caught. So they have to censor things, otherwise you're all going to wind up in arms. Because they're making guns, and the guns is scary.
Yes, it's scary though, because also you're seeing that we could leave them out of office. That's right, we could have it. We would have done Reagan too, I think.
Here's the thing. If you rose up against your government and you tell her, what would take place? Honestly, what would take place?
Like Vice President?
No, it would have a military dictatorship.
No, it's just President. If Vice got kicked out, the Vice President is Vice President.
It wouldn't, because what would happen is that if all the people were up in arms against the government, there would be people who would be at the top of that rebellion who would genuinely take over and rise to the dictatorship themselves. The Security Council would take over the No, you think you would do that, but you wouldn't.
No, because if we didn't, we would be after the person who actually tried to do dictatorship. We would know.
No, because you run behind that many people when you dictatorship. You should be running behind, know this to be true to psychology, and believe it or not, it doesn't know. This sort of thing is, you would like behind them. Because what would happen is, let's say it did happen, let's say you second dictatorship, and then you would kill them, but the person who needs to defend them will then just think, oh, power, so I'm in charge. And we'll just keep going. Just keep the guns and niggas that will be in charge. There's no such thing in election. It'd just be one dictatorship after the other, and it'll just see a collapse of the US economy and the US as a sane political entity.